the Dementia Week and why it's good practice to think ahead and do a lasting power of attorney to give your relative, somebody you trust. So Anita Boardman is a practising solicitor with Bolton Solicitors AFG Law. So we talked about the reasons why people should do that, Anita. What are the benefits of having lasting power of attorney?
I can give you a little bit of experience that we've learnt from my own family. A lot of people, say for my mum, for instance, she has a phone bill from am I allowed to say Virgin or something like that, querying the bill. She's not very good on the telephone at all, and for her to get on the telephone and speak over the phone with them, she's not getting a point across. For me to go on the telephone and speak to them, they won't talk to me because of data protection, or I've got to get her permission for them to talk to me. With a lasting power of attorney, once you register it with that organisation, they'll talk to the attorney. Because some people, although they don't lack capacity, they haven't got confidence to deal with things over the telephone, such as the utilities, with the banks, etc.
I think I've only just clicked something here.
Yes.
You've just said, they'll talk to the attorney.
Yes.
And an attorney is a kind of a legal...
The person who you've granted the lasting power of attorney to.
Yeah, but an attorney is... you'll hear about attorney in silks
yes.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, OK, I've got that now. So they're giving that person... I mean, my wife's done it with her mother.
Yes.
And she has a mother's credit card for her mother's account. So when she wants any shopping, rather than messing about giving money, handing over, she just goes to the shops, buys it with her mum's credit card at the whatever is needed, and that's great, isn't
yes.
it? A good idea.
Definitely.
So if somebody wanted to do that, where does somebody go to set up to organise this lasting power of attorney?
Adam F. Greenhalgh, AFG Law, a solicitor that specialises in preparing lasting powers of attorney.
And that's at AFG. That's you, isn't it?
That's me.
Yes. And you're so accustomed to doing it. Is it a difficult thing to do? Is it complicated?
It's not so much complicated. From the old enduring powers of attorney that were 4 pages long, we went from 4 pages to 26. There was a bit of hoo-ha, and the 26 pages were reduced to 12 pages. If you're dealing with someone that's 80, 90, possibly 100, and they're looking at minute writing on a lasting power of attorney, they're not going to be interested in reading all that. They want to be advised properly by someone such as a solicitor.
And how much would it cost, Anita?
To come to AFG Law and prepare the lasting power of attorney, we charge about £395 plus VAT.
Right. And just to be controversial, if I wanted to do it online, I suppose, at government.com or whatever, I can
yes.
do that, could I?
You can. There is a government website. It's anyone can access it who's got access to a computer.
But that wouldn't be free, would it?
No, you still pay the registration fee. But the difficulty is, if you get anything wrong with the Office of the Public Guardian, they will reject the lasting power of attorney. And if in the meantime your relative has lost capacity, you're back to applying to the Court of Protection to be appointed as a deputy.
Well, my history and background is travel, and I suppose it's a little bit like booking a complicated holiday.
Yes.
You can do it yourself,
yes,
and you might save a few bob, but if you get it wrong, it can be a disaster.
It can.
And we always said it's worth paying a little bit more to talk to an expert.
Absolutely.
And get that expert to do it. Yeah.
I agree.
And once you've made a power of attorney, is it possible to change it in the future?
Yes, it's like your will, really. Every time a client comes to see us with regard to a will, we will recommend and review their will every 2 years. We'll do the same with their lasting power of attorney. We'll get it out of the vault, we'll go through it with them and make sure it's still okay. So if there's not been any fallouts with any members of the family or any deaths, then it will still stand. But you can change your power of attorney like you can a will.
Yes. Now, talking of wills, how many people... I go to the gym sometimes, and I don't know how many times it's on a week, but there is this company that's always on will chasers or something, and
Right, yeah.
people who've died and not left a proper will, and they've got money in their estate, whether
Yes.
it's a small amount or a large amount, and these people make the money out of finding lost relatives and giving them the money back, but taking a big cut of it.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's quite rare where there isn't an obvious relative. But the benefits of making a will?
The benefits are making sure you do want it to go to the right person. Even though you have children, we have many a time clients coming in that they don't give their inheritance to their children. They skip their children out and it goes to grandchildren. But if they don't make a will, then it would have gone to children. So there are definite benefits.
Or the cat's home?
Definitely, if that's where they want to send it, yeah.
Good. Okay, we'll come back and finalise that after this next record. Right, we're just going to finish off this really interesting interview we've been having with Anita Boardman from AFG Law about, with it being Dementia Week, about the reasons that people should have a lasting power of attorney and indeed make a will. It's something that I'm giving every consideration to as I approach my birthday. Oh, you missed that one, didn't you? So, Anita, just in conclusion... the AFG, local solicitors, why
Yes.
not?
Yes.
But any solicitor could do it for you, but it's best to find one that does specialise, not just, I mean, there's so many solicitors that are just ambulance chasers these days. You're a proper solicitors
Yes.
offering a whole range of legal services. So why should somebody do it, just in conclusion?
Again, the lasting power of attorney should be made it's a just in case that you do lose capacity. I'll talk about my mum again. She thinks she's just going to pop off with the heart attack. I said, you can't choose how you're going to die. You may live for another 20 years, Mum, but you might get dementia or Alzheimer's. So we need to make a power of attorney so that I can deal with all your money, all your property, should that eventuality happen.
And does she not worry about you legging it with all the money?
No, she trusts me completely.
Right. Is there a risk attached to
Yes,
that?
there is. You've got to trust the people that you are appointing as attorneys. Sometimes we feel, or we find, should I say, that clients, although they trust their daughters, their children, it's the third party influences that influence the children and on how they deal with things, and that sometimes is a reason why they don't appoint children as an attorney. You can appoint a solicitor as attorney.
I was going to say
as well.
that because
Yes.
my solicitor would be an executor of my will, you know, or
Yes.
one of his team,
Yes.
just to make sure that when they dispose of my millions, they do it properly, you know,
Yes.
and it goes to the right places.
Yeah. So they can be an attorney for you as well.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. And
Yes.
and the same with a will, really.
Yes.
Okay. Well, go on. You're on here. How can people reach you if they wanted to send you an email or a telephone?
Anita Boardman, AFG Law. My email address is anita.boardman@afglaw.co.uk, or the telephone number is 01204 3776 00.
Oh, they can get in touch with us here at Bolton FM.
They certainly can.
And we'll pass it on. Well, listen, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.